Would the congregation please stand? Thank you.
I declare open this graduation ceremony. Please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, graduating students, guests, it is truly my great pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony, one of the most special days in the life of you, the class of 2018. That pleasure is enhanced as I recognise that this year marks the 50th anniversary of the opening of the new University of Ulster. Of course, I was in swaddling and only learning to toddle back then, but 1968 was a memorable year. Well, a second university in Northern Ireland before the first moon landing has to count for something, going where no man or woman had gone before. And in this important year, I know the Vice-Chancellor and his team have fantastic plans for the development of all campuses, with the state-of-the-art teaching block just opened last month on the Magee campus. It really is great to be back in Derry, by the way. I love this place, and you're all looking great. I'm also delighted to be here to help mark the achievements of one of the city's favourite daughters, the magnificent Brona Gallagher. Given the occasion, I thought, rather than giving my usual witty and entertaining address, I would spend some time reflecting on the events of 1968 and how they have shaped world history ever since. It was, of course, the year of the Prague Spring. The great civil rights campaigner Martin Luther King was assassinated, as was Senator Robert Kennedy, 5 years after his brother, President John F. Kennedy, suffered the same fate. Christian Barnard carried out the first successful heart transplant, and a company that was to shape the future lives and works of so many, including our own Vice-Chancellor, was formed in Santa Clara, USA. Intel went on to develop the first microchip and remains at the forefront of innovative technology today. Significant indeed. But the advent of the microchip led one unfortunate engineer in the Advanced Computing Center at IBM at the time to comment, "But what is it good for?" It's tantamount to telling the Beatles that they would amount to nothing. Their famous White Album, influencing future generations of popular music and popular culture, was released in 1968. It seems appropriate today to quote one of the lines from one of the songs on that album, "Blackbirds singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly." Here's me. I was appointed partly because I supposedly associate with young people of today, but I'm talking nostalgically about things you've never heard of. But of course, 1968 also saw the introduction of a product that was to become hugely significant for generations of students over the past 50 years. McDonald's sold the first Big Mac. They sold the first Big Mac for the princely sum of 28p. That was the same price of a gallon of petrol. If you don't know what a gallon of petrol is, there's plenty of old folks sitting behind me who can explain. Seriously though, that year was a watershed for students across Europe. In the midst of worldwide social conflict and rebellion against bureaucratic elites, 800,000 students and university staff marched through Paris in protest at prevailing social conditions, poor wages, and lack of opportunity for graduates. Protests in solidarity with millions of workers that almost brought down de Gaulle's government and brought about a large-scale social reform and a focus on civil and human rights that endures today. There endeth the world history lesson. Suffice it to say that it was a huge year of events in history. I haven't even mentioned Manchester United winning the European Cup. That's the Champions League to you. Of course, in Northern Ireland, just as in the rest of the world, civil rest was stirring, as we know all too well here, and the civil rights campaign was growing in strength. A few years earlier, the Robbins Report had determined that as a result of the increased number of young people progressing through second-level education and seeking university places, there should be a second university in Northern Ireland, an alternative to the red brick South Belfast institution, whatever it's called. Who cares? The rest, as they say, is history, with NUU merging with the Ulster Polytechnic and Magee College in 1984 to become the University of Ulster. The 50th anniversary of that merger is also now in sight, and many of you here today, both staff and graduating students, will be around to see those celebrations. I hope I am too. This year is about recognising the huge part the new University of Ulster, the university we know today as Ulster University, has played in contributing to civic society in Northern Ireland as a whole and in widening access to a university education to a greater number of Northern Ireland's young people and to many in adult life who didn't get the opportunity first time around. Ulster University is committed to that mission, but it needs to work in partnership with the successors to those visionaries to enable us to deliver. You sitting here today are the latest manifestation of that vision, the successors to many generations of wonderful graduates who've walked across this graduation stage. And whilst we celebrate the anniversary of the first students, we recognise that today is the celebration of your achievements. Now, it's not for me to comment on how many Big Macs you may have had, or indeed how many glasses of wine or other liquid refreshment might have accompanied them during those long nights of study, but I'm absolutely certain that you have inherited the essential characteristic of the student experience, the ability to throw a good party. I can remember my student days, just about. They were spent at Jordanstown. They were brief, but they were oh so sweet. Of course, as Chancellor, nothing brings me greater joy than participating in the ceremony celebrating your graduation, your hard work, your commitment and your passion for education. Your families and friends are rightfully proud of your achievements, and I and the staff of the university are also proud of you. It's at times like these when I'm reminded of the words of Helen Keller, who said, "Everyone has inside of them a piece of good news. The good news is that you don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is." When I visit the university, I never fail to be inspired by the energy and creativity that I see around the campuses. As a graduate of Ulster, you will have benefited from that energy and creativity and have received an excellent education that has prepared you for the next stage of your career or your studies. But being a graduate of Ulster University also carries significant responsibility. During your time here, you have been encouraged to be innovative, to develop your own thoughts, and to become leaders. However, it is not just what this university does that distinguishes it, it is also how we do it. You have been encouraged to become leaders within the framework of a well-defined and established value system, values that mean that this university is open and honest in how it delivers excellent, accessible teaching and learning and excellent research and innovation. Values that see the university accountable for what it does and that enshrine our commitment to equality, diversity, and inclusiveness. As graduates of Ulster University, I look to you to bring those values to whatever you do in life. These are difficult times, and without being judgmental, or maybe at the risk of being judgmental, I consider that society needs strong and ethical leadership to build sustainable communities that have at their heart respect for those that make up those communities. To do so means that you have to be proactive in bringing those values to society. We can't always assume that things will turn out the way we want them to, but the best defense against the unpredictable nature of life is constancy of wisdom, constancy of purpose, and constancy of values. As you progress through life, I can do no better than to point you in the direction of the words of the great leader Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny." Powerful words indeed. Serious stuff. Nearly lost the run of myself there. Anyway, I do hope you have a memorable day. I wish you every success with your plans for the future, whatever they are. And I'll leave you with some words from the late Steve Jobs. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noises of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Congratulations. Have a great day. Thank you. In accordance with the wishes of the Senate and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I have conferred honorary degrees, and other academic distinctions of the University of Ulster on those named in the conferment list approved by the Senate. I call upon Dr. Maguire to present Brona Gallagher for the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters.
Chancellor, Brona Gallagher was just 17, still in school, when she was cast in Alan Parker's multi-award winning film, The Commitments, and the course of her life changed. She has subsequently sustained an unrivaled career as a performer on stage and on screen, and as a musician. Born and raised in the Bogside, she is the youngest of 3 children, and anyone who spends any time in her company is soon aware of the importance to her of family. And we're lucky today to be joined by her mother and father, Maeve and Bert, her sister Louise, and her friend Ursula. In a 2004 interview, she recalled growing up during the Troubles. Everything was so bad at the time that Mammy would bring us to the pantomime, circus, concerts, because we were so confined at home. As a teenager, Brona became involved in the performing arts as a form of escape, joining local amateur drama group Oak Grove Theatre Company. Even while still a pupil at St Mary's College, she had already fashioned her own identity as a rockabilly chick and had always had a great love of music. She recalls that one of my earliest memories is seeing the bright blue Epic 45 of Jackie Wilson singing Higher and Higher, and I'd say, "That one." And my parents would play it every Sunday afternoon, and we'd all get up and leap around the house. She had been cast in the RTE film Dear Sarah about the Guildford Four when she first heard that someone was making a film about soul music. In her own words, she fought like hell to get a part. Ironically, her major obstacle was her voice. Having already been rejected from London drama schools because of her Derry accent, she was determined that she would not let this opportunity pass her by. She secured the part of Bernie McLaughlin, a tiny, feisty girl whose scalding wit and angelic singing voice could reduce grown men to jelly, not unlike Brona herself. That role kick-started her career, but this has not been a straightforward path to success. In an interview for the Irish Times in 2016, she noted, I've seen great times and barren times. So through keeping myself active, creative, from feeling bored, I'm just putting work out there. Proactivity can either choke you or give you a strong spine. Clearly, Brona Gallagher has a very strong spine and a deeply rooted work ethic. Determined to equip herself to act without a conservatoire training, after the commitments she turned to the stage of the Abbey. There, she played in some of Ireland's most iconic plays of the early 1990s, including both The Patriot Game and A Crucial Week in the Life of a Grocer's Assistant by Tom Murphy, and Marina Carr's Portia Coughlin. She was then cast in Peer Gynt in a translation by Frank McGuinness under the direction of Japanese director Yukio Ninagawa. Subsequently, she has toured worldwide with Theatre de Complicité, appearing in Caucasian Chalk Circle, Light, and Street of Crocodiles. At the Royal National Theatre, she's played in Tom Stoppard's Every Good Boy Deserves Favour and Warhorse. Her most recent stage role was at the Old Vic in Girl from the North Country, written and directed by Conor McPherson with music and lyrics by Bob Dylan. On screen, Brona Gallagher has played in films from Hollywood blockbusters to local independent cinema. Her CV includes parts in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction in 1994, as Captain Mayo Madakor in Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, as she boasts proudly she's the first Derry woman in space. Further film appearances include Tristan and Isolde, Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. in the lead role. In 2012, she played alongside Janet McTeer and Glenn Close in Albert Nobbs. And in 2017, she appeared in Return to Montauk, the screenplay for which was written by Colm Tobin and Volker Schlendorf, who also directed. And if you know your Northern Irish cinema, you'll recognise her instantly for her work in films such as Divorcing Jack, The Most Fertile Man in Ireland, Middletown, Made in Belfast, and Shooting for Socrates. On television, one of her earliest roles was in the BBC Northern Ireland youth drama Flash McVeigh, in which she played Belladonna. She went on to work on staples of British TV drama, Holby City and The Bill, as well as in large-scale productions for the BBC, such as Life and Adventures of Nicholas Nickleby. She's appeared in series such as The Field of Blood, as Sandra Prince in BBC's Pramface, and played Larson on the British-American comedy drama miniseries You, Me and the Apocalypse. That was easier to say the first time I rehearsed this. You, Me and the Apocalypse for Sky One and NBC. She's been nominated for countless awards, picking up a Golden Fippa at the Biarritz International Festival in 2004 for her role in Holy Cross. You can also see her in one of the Brexit shorts for the Guardian newspaper, a piece called Your Ma's a Hard Brexit by Stacey Gregg. When it comes to music, Brona Gallagher is an artist, a manager, a producer, and a label boss. She founded Salty Dog Records, on which she released her debut album, Precious Soul, in 2004. As a singer, the high regard in which she is held is exemplified by the comment of legendary producer Brian Eno that she is one of the purest, clearest talents when he collaborated with her for 2 songs on that LP. A self-titled album followed in 2012. Eno and Maria McKee feature on the backing vocals of her 3rd album, Gather Your Greatness. Nowadays, she tours regularly with her own band, appearing on television in the UK and Ireland. She was one of the stars of the Homegrown concert in Derry during the City of Culture in 2013 and returns regularly to the city to perform. In an interview in 2012, Brona was asked about opportunities to work. Her reply was typical of her attitude. I think you create your own opportunities. With organisation and hard graft, I think you can get things off the ground. And by not letting your brain and fear stop you from doing things, I think it's all about how you affect people with your attitude and your energy. For her continued commitment, her high-level achievement as an artist, and as an ambassador for this city and a role model for our graduates, Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present Brona Gallagher for the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
Brona Gallagher, in the name of the Senate, I present present to you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. We'll be hearing more from Derry's daughter later. I now call upon Dr. O'Neill, Provost of Magee, to present candidates.
Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Master of Music, Eugene Anthony McKenna. Lauren O'Neill. The degree of Master of Science in Applied Peace and Conflict Studies, Kristen Marguerite Lanier. Kevin Dara. The Postgraduate Diploma in Applied Peace and Conflict Studies, Sean Owen McColgan. The Postgraduate Diploma in Museum Practice and Management, Tomás Colm O'Flaherty. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Drama and Diploma in International Academic Studies, Riona Comiskey. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Drama, William David Allen. Colin Cassidy. Stephanie Elizabeth Doran. Megan Gordon. Courtney Harbison. Tiffany Agnew. Brian Casey. Michael Francis Clements. Chelsea Lee Krangle. Emma Louise Crooks. Olivia Doherty. Hannah Fullerton. Kathleen Bridget Graydon. Adam Hamilton. Anita Henderson. Shannon Charlene Monica Loughran. John McGill. Carly Marie McGuinness. Mary Claire McSwiggan. Aoife Mary Nugent. Daniel Smith. Maya Therese McFadgen. Niamh Saraha Nicanilla. Rebecca Shields. Shannon Steele. Shannon Sweeney. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Drama with Music, Antoinette McAllister. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Drama and Psychology, Marcus Crawford. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Irish Language and Literature, Nicole Cuscaran. Monica Garvin. John James McAllister. Kiva Nicnia. Padraig Boyle. Claire Louise Cunningham. Oren de Rochelle. Alana Furlong. Luke James Kelly. Margaret McCall. Anya McCrickard. Chloe Neelinshi. Shauna Shack. Mairead Nick Conwell. Aoife Nicola Arnine. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Irish with Music, Emer Sadie Mulholland. John Jack Warnock. Orna Curran. The degree of Bachelor of Design with Honours, Ashley Byers. Rachel Catherine McAteer. Lorcan McCoy. Alexandra Cameron. Dara Doherty. Blanage Keegan. Stephen McDavid. Lauren McGrinder. Peter McGuigan. Orla McKeown. Aileen Cannon. Abigail McCallion. The degree of Bachelor of Music with Honours and Diploma in Professional Practice, Kiva Crerand. Abby Rebecca Lockridge. The degree of Bachelor of Music with Honours, Gary Curley. Mark Kevin Donnelly. Rachel Gilpin. Chloe Cassandra Hanna. Callum Hutchinson. Faye Hutchinson. Stephen Irvine. Ryan Kerr. Casper Lewandowski. Aoife Kathleen McGuinness McGlinchey. Leslie Anna Elizabeth Tosh. Derek Noel Weir. Edel Bowen. Rachel Coyle. Leanne Daly. Emma Louise Donegan. Daniel Ferguson. Rona Gormley. Shannon Rebecca Margaret Graham. Fanula Siobhan McTaggart. Kerry Mullen. Grace Rainey. Rebecca Jane Reid. Aoife Byrne. Fintan Dara. Emer Elliott. Sarah Jane Harden. Catherine Ellen Kingan. Gareth McDermott. Aoibhinn O'Connell. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Cinematic Arts, William Ayton. Jonathan Collins. Una Kelly. Ciara McCanney. Peter McCullough. Kieran Mullen. Nathan O'Neill. Karen Hannah Roebuck. Nathan Stevenson. Miles Thompson. Callum Welsh. Cathal Charles Carson. Jamie Forsyth. Mark Graham. Daniel Gray. Mark Edward Albert Haskins. Michael Hendry. Carly Keating. Chloe Kernahan. Michael Eugene Kilt. James Finton MacDonald. Gillian Alexandra McGowan. Michael Mallon. Jack McNally. Zach McParland. Christopher Parkinson. Robin Stewart. Hannah White. Samuel Frisbee. Francis Randall Loughran. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Creative Technologies, Ewan Beckett. Cahir McGorry. Tara Hughes. John Paul Maguire. Niall Parkinson. Jason Donnelly. Keelan Freel. Brendan Gary John McKinney. Jenna Watt. Christopher Brendan McLaughlin. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Social Work, Megan Boyd. Siobhan Brown. Michelle Devlin. Charmaine Duffy. William Ferry. Sinead Freel. Judith Valerie Hall. Kiva Henderson. Paula Marie Kelly. Ryan McCahey. Emma McCrory. Megan McElwee. Danielle Meenan. Anna Marie Murray. Rebecca Pedlow. Emer Quinn. Louise Robinson. Lisa Marie Bell. Maria Sarah Brogan. Geraldine Brown. Charlene Cassidy. Claire Cassidy. Emer Clancy. Julie Margaret Darragh. Robert Thomas Dean. Lynn Dempster. Josephine Marie Devlin. Marina Doherty. Amy Field. Erin Mary Finnegan. Katrina Fury. Shauna Glenn. Catherine Louise Gowdy. Stephen Holloway. Kerry Jackson. Christina Keane. Kieran David Coe. Orla Marion Kelly. Alwyn Janice Kennedy. Rachel Kerr. Rebecca Lutton. Zoe Nicole Magee. Rebecca McGill. Lauren Martin. Cara McCready. Rona McCollum. Emma McCready. Michael McCrossan. Stacey McCrudden. Roisin McGarry. Ailish McGurr. Geraldine McGovern. Amy Louise McGurk. Claire McGurk. Claire McIntyre. Victoria McKenna. Deborah McKenzie. Christina Consuelo McLaughlin. Nolene McLaughlin. Kiva McManus. Rachel Louise McMurray. Maria Goretti McNamee. Shannon McParland. David Murphy. Rosemary Murphy. Samuel John Murphy. Gemma Murray. Cyril Yagir. Mark Joseph O'Donnell. Sloan O'Donnell. Laura O'Kane. Nicola Pearson. Sarah Jane Pinkerton. Nora Quinn. Jessica Patricia Robinson. Emma Shields. Laura Mary Shields. Stephanie Smith. Nadine Thompson. Emer Traynor. Amy White. Seamus Martin Benson. Andrea Carlin. Laura Carville. Robin Coulter. Judith Isabel Craig. Aileen Crawley. Laura Cullen. Joanne Donnelly. Colleen Teresa Mary Dorman. Shanna Margaret Dugan. Niamh Harney. Fiona Maria Jackson. Sarah Louise Lagan McGreevy. Sarah Lynch. Brianne Macaulay. Benjamin Peter Mulgrew. John Robinson. Claire Marie Joan Ward. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sociology with Human Resource Management, Shannon Doherty. Sarah Jane McRae. Tom Bradley. Molly Crawley. Jane Funston. Rachel Mary Ribber. Janala Elizabeth Mills. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sociology with Psychology, Jacqueline Devine. Daniel Anthony McGeady. Cody Murray. Naomi Fisher. Sarah Flynn. Amy Foley. Amy Teresa Harkin. Rona McCallion. Ciara McCusker. Ciara McQuaid. Sean David Murphy. Shannon Correa White. Nikita McClelland. Corinne Waters. The Associate Bachelor's degree in Irish Language and Literature, Dominic Smith. The Diploma in Irish Language, Fiona Marie Beattie. Sean Patrick Byrne. Ethel Grant. Kiva Hurl. Emma Lavelle. Eugene Anthony Murphy. Emer O'Kane. Edel Cunningham. Paula Jacqueline McElduff. Grace Nugent. A certificate in Community Youth Studies, Olivia Jane Davidson. Anne-Marie Cassidy. Claire Headley. Rebecca Marshall. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. O'Neill, for presenting candidates. I call upon our honorary graduate, Dr. Gallagher, to address the congregation on behalf of those who have been presented.
Chancellor. Members of the Council and Senate, graduates and recipients of awards, ladies and gentlemen, friends, I am deeply honoured and humbled to stand here before you today and receive my Honorary Doctorate of Letters. Thought I could get away without the glasses, but it's not happening. Now I really look like Harry Potter, don't I? A great friend of mine, Brian Eno, said to me once that there's no such thing as luck. It's when preparation meets opportunity. Every graduate here today, my fellow doctors, and academics, you are all shining examples of this belief. I extend my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you on your extraordinary achievements here today. I attended St. Mary's Secondary School in Derry, in the Craigan, here in the late 80s and 90s. And when it came to the GCSE time, I had not put in the work or preparation throughout the year. And I came out with very poor results that left me deeply embarrassed and upset. My head had been too full of acting and singing, and I was distracted and a professional daydreamer. And at 16, I was a soul music obsessive. I had the kindest teachers in St. Mary's, Mrs. Margaret Martin, my form teacher and English teacher, Miss Cora King, my drama teacher, Mrs. Ailey McDade, my art teacher, Mrs. Hunt, our wonderful music teacher, Mrs. Sarah Kelly, who was our history teacher, and Mrs. G. Doherty, our religious studies teacher, who famously quotes that I brought in my coursework with 1 page and ended up getting a G. These incredible women rallied around me and accepted and supported that I wanted to have a life in the arts, and I wanted to go to drama school and work in the theatre. They were key individuals who shaped my life and my work ethic. But at this stage, at 15, I had no foundation. And I thought I could, pass having to put in the graft and just get out of school and it would all happen magically. So with the guidance, patience, and support of my teachers, I repeated my GCSEs. They recognized that I did have an ability for acting. And they did everything that they could to help me get the education I needed to have a solid structure under me and possibly get to drama school. I would not be standing here today if it wasn't for these women. My parents, Robert and Maeve, had great concerns too about my choice of career, but encouraged and loved and nurtured me to follow it in every way I could. They did the same with my sister Louise, who is now a film producer, and my brother Paul, who is a graphic designer. They are the backbone to who I am, and consistently encouraged and nurtured us in humanitarianism, in confidence, in equality, in a very troubled time. And I would like to thank them publicly here today. My father always says, people see you for what you are. This I truly believe. What I see before me today are focused, dedicated young people who have put the work in to achieve an incredible positive outcome here today. This work ethic will stand to each and every one of you throughout your life. I have a great passion for bringing people together, to unite people, and especially young people. Open hearts. I stood on this stage 2 years ago with my band and a choir of local children that we created together. I brought girls from St. Mary's, St. Cecilia's, Oak Grove, St. Colum's College, Limon Christie, Claudie, Thornhill, and Lisneal, with the help of my friend Ursula Bradley, who's here today, and Foyle College. It was a fundraiser for the Foyle Hospice, who I'm a patron of, and we united and sang The Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And it was still one of the most special moments in my life. Unification, community, acceptance, respect, forgiveness, my mantras, the future. I know I am not alone in saying that I am deeply upset and frustrated at the collapse of our government here, the lack of forgiveness, of acceptance, and wisdom that is suffocating and so regressive and affecting the financing of the education system and many, many other areas. So this is where we put the work in and unite. You are the future of Northern Ireland and are ambassadors if you plan to travel further. You are the ambassador for yourself. You are the real peacemakers and the visionaries, the unifiers. In education and business, we can unite and move away from this broken system that hemorrhages money, energy, and the loss of so many precious lives. To strengthen our community, to create jobs, we need to work together with equality, inclusion, and passion. You have achieved this degree here today through these channels. And I urge each and every one of you to keep this energy around you in your decisions and in your treatment of others. Be the best version of yourself that you can be. Be proud of where you are from. And I truly believe we have a current of progressive action and thinking doing in our society now. Let's embrace this and make it ours. Be kind to yourself and to others. Become the key person in your life that you want to be, to minors and colleagues now, and inspire where you can. I am inspired by you today, looking out into this room, and by the people on this stage, to be lined up alongside all of you with my G in RTE, in my religious studies. It is truly a high point in my life. I would like to quote that the great Buddha says, "Fear makes your world smaller. Be impeccable with your word. Never make assumptions. Take nothing personally, and always do your best." And you're a testament to yourselves today that you have done your best. And I would like to thank everybody at the university for their kindness and for how well they've looked after me over the last few weeks, guiding me through this. I am deeply honoured, and it's one of the most special days of my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Gallagher. Stirring stuff, and thank you for having the courage to speak with such clarity, such foresight, and such honesty. Ulster University has gained a wonderful new voice today. I now call upon Mark Donnelly, a new graduate in the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, to propose a vote of thanks.
Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I am pleased and privileged to speak to you on behalf of those graduating today. Our degree certificates are a very tangible demonstration of hard work, effort and dedication. Of course, behind that very rewarding, very special and eagerly anticipated parchment lies every part of our experience at Ulster University. And it is that experience that shapes our future prospects and potential. Our studies, the relevance of the knowledge and life skills that we have acquired, the confidence that we have gained, and the firm friendships that we have made. We have managed the challenges of completing our studies with our ambitions firmly fixed on the opportunities that will lie ahead for us as an Ulster University graduate. Graduating today, it is encouraging to know that Ulster alumni are leading, contributing, inspiring, and influencing far and wide. Through the alumni networks, we can learn from those who have gone before us, and the alumni programs and services on offer enable us to stay connected and supported as we embark upon fresh challenges and opportunities. Ulster University is a place where knowledge is created, generated, shared, and brought to life. We leave here as assured and well-equipped graduates, ready to fulfill our career ambitions. The knowledge and attributes that we have acquired in our time here will in turn shape and influence others in the many and varied paths that each of us here today will now choose to take. We remain ambassadors for the university, proud to tell others of the doors that it can open and the possibilities it presents. On behalf of my fellow students and friends here today, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our families and friends who have supported and encouraged us in our university career. Of course, our lecturers and support staff are right at the heart of our time here at Ulster University, and we thank them all for their inspiration, understanding, and guidance. I'd like to pay a special tribute on behalf of the music graduates of 2018 to Dr. Sean Ryan and Dr. Lindley Hamilton, who have been a constant source of inspiration to us all, and we thank them so much for their guidance and their help as we've navigated our studies. So thank you all for being part of this very special occasion, a celebration for everyone, not just for those of us graduating, but for all who play a part in harnessing potential and shaping bright futures. Please do enjoy the rest of your day with us.
Thank you, Mark. So before I release you out onto the streets, into the bars and restaurants of Derry, God help them, and so you can raise a toast to yourself tonight, but also maybe you'll raise a glass to the undying love of Danny and Jack in Love Island. Are they still together? I don't know. But obviously we're still reeling from Josh's treatment of Georgia. I haven't caught up with this. I don't know if Georgia has mugged off Laura for the new Jack. But anyway, before I release you out onto the streets, I'd like to echo Mark's sentiments when he was thanking the families and friends here. And this is your opportunity too now, because sitting all around you, above you, beside you today are mothers who bore you, parents who nurtured, cherished you, chastised you at times, were driven mad by you at times. But they sit here justifiably proud of your achievements today, achievements which would be impossible without their love and support. So this is your opportunity. Put your hands together, raise the roof for your families and your friends. It's always loudest in Derry, I tell you. I declare this graduation ceremony closed and invite the new graduates to join the academic procession.